Yakutsk, the coldest city on the planet. A place where cars must stay warm for hours to start and where you can get frostbite in mere minutes if you step outside without proper protection. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's very real. Welcome back to our channel, where today we will take you on a journey to the ends of the earth to explore the incredible story of Yakutsk, a city that exists beyond the Arctic Circle, where the sun shines for only 3 hours a day in the winter and where the temperature can plummet to an astonishing negative 64 degrees Celsius. But this city is not abandoned. In fact, it is home to over 300,000 people who call this icy wasteland their home. So buckle up and get ready for an adventure as we uncover the secrets of Yakutsk, a city where survival is not just a matter of luck, but a way of life. The biting wind whistles through the frozen streets of Yakutsk as snowflakes dance in the air, blanketing the city in a thick layer of ice. As the temperature drops to unimaginable lows, the locals of Yakutsk pull on their heavy fur coats and wrap themselves in layers to withstand the freezing cold. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting long shadows across the snow-covered rooftops. With each passing minute, the temperature drops faster. Soon it reaches negative 40 degrees Celsius, a normal day in this frozen wasteland. It seems impossible to imagine a place so remote and inhospitable existing anywhere on Earth. But Yakutsk is not just a figment of our imagination. It is a real place that exists in the heart of Siberia. But how did a city like Yakutsk come to be? What makes it so special that people actually live there? To understand the story of Yakutsk, we must first travel back in time to the early 17th century. During the height of the Russian Empire, explorers were venturing into the vast wilderness of Siberia in search of new lands to conquer. One of these explorers was a man named Yermak Timofeyevich, who led a group of Cossacks deep into the Siberian wilderness. After spending the winter in the area, Yermak realized that the land was rich in natural resources and that it could be a valuable addition to the empire. He returned to Moscow and reported his findings to the Tsar, who sent a group of settlers to establish a fort in the area. This fort would become the foundation of Yakutsk. Over the years, Yakutsk grew from a small trading post to a major center for the fur trade. The city became known for its skilled hunters and traders who were able to navigate the treacherous terrain and survive the freezing cold. The fur trade brought wealth and prosperity to Yakutsk, and the city quickly became one of the most important centers of the Russian Empire. But the fur trade was not the only thing that drew people to Yakutsk. The city was also a vital hub for travelers and explorers who were venturing into the unknown territory of Siberia. The harsh conditions and dangerous wildlife made traveling a risky endeavor, but Yakutsk provided a safe haven for weary travelers to rest and prepare for their journeys. The city's strategic location made it an ideal base for those exploring the vast wilderness of Siberia. But as the centuries passed, the fur trade began to decline, and Yakutsk found itself in a state of economic uncertainty. The city's population dwindled, and it seemed as though the once prosperous settlement would fade into obscurity. However, in the early 20th century, Yakutsk was given new life when it was chosen as the capital of the Sakha Republic, also known as Yakutia. The city's remoteness and harsh conditions made it an unlikely capital, but it was an ideal location for the government to be based due to its strategic importance in the region. Yakutsk has grown significantly in recent years, and its population has swelled to over 300,000 people. But why would anyone want to live in such a desolate and inhospitable place? The answer lies in the unique culture and traditions of the Yakutsk people. The Yakutsk are an indigenous group of people who have lived in Siberia for centuries. They have developed a strong cultural identity and a unique way of life that has allowed them to thrive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. The Yakutsk people are known for their resilience and their ability to adapt to the extreme cold of Siberia. They have developed unique clothing and shelter that allow them to survive the freezing temperatures and navigate the treacherous terrain. Their traditional clothing is made of animal skins and furs, and their homes are built over permanent ice layers to prevent them from sinking into the ground. The Yakutsk people are also known for their reindeer herding and hunting skills. They have a deep connection to the land and animals, and they rely on their knowledge of the environment to survive. The Yakutsk people have a rich cultural heritage, and their traditions and customs are an integral part of their identity. They have a unique language and a deep respect for their elders. Their cultural practices have been passed down for generations, and they continue to play an important role in the community. It may seem almost alien-like, but their survival in such extreme environments is a testament to the adaptability and strength of the human spirit. The harsh climate of Yakutsk has shaped the city in unique ways. Homes and buildings are constructed over permanent layers of ice, and it is common to see houses built over permanent ice layers. In fact, the entire city is built on piles driven into the ground to prevent them from sinking. Even the airports and railway stations are built over the ice layers, with the piles driven deep enough to reach the solid ground below. But that's not all. All vehicles in Yakutsk must be equipped with blankets over their engines to function properly. When left outside, the freezing temperatures can cause the engines to seize up, making it impossible for them to start. Therefore, every morning, drivers must spend several hours warming up their cars before they can use them. In the coldest months, this process can take even longer, with some drivers having to start their cars as early as 3 a.m. to ensure they can get to work on time. Additionally, all pipes in the city have to be built above ground, since you cannot dig through the ice underneath. But it's not just the infrastructure that has had to adapt to the harsh conditions. The people of Yakutsk have also had to make significant changes to their daily lives to survive. For example, you won't find any plumbing in the homes in Yakutsk. The water pipes would freeze and burst, so it's simply not an option. Instead, people use outhouses and carry their waste outside in buckets. And as for indoor plumbing, people use bottled water for drinking and washing. You may also wonder how people stay warm in such freezing temperatures. Well, the secret lies in the thickness of the walls in the buildings. Homes and other structures in Yakutsk have incredibly thick walls to insulate them from the cold. In fact, the walls are so thick that it's common for people to build their furniture to fit within them. It's a cozy way to live, but it's also a necessity. If the walls weren't thick enough, the freezing temperatures would seep inside and make it impossible to survive. Despite the challenges, life in Yakutsk is not all bad. There are plenty of things to do and see in this unique city. For example, visitors can explore the fascinating local museums, such as the National Museum of the Sakha Republic, which showcases the rich history and culture of the region. And then there's the stunning nature. Despite the freezing temperatures, Yakutsk is surrounded by breathtaking landscapes that are worth exploring. Visitors can go dog sledding, reindeer sledding, or snowmobiling to experience the thrill of the Arctic winter. And for those who want to learn more about the local culture, there are plenty of opportunities to do so. The city hosts various cultural events and festivals throughout the year, giving visitors a chance to immerse themselves in the traditions and customs of the Yakutsk people. Overall, Yakutsk is a truly unique place that defies many of our expectations about what a city should be like. While it may be extremely cold and isolated, it is also a place where people have learned to adapt and thrive in some of the harshest conditions imaginable. Whether you're interested in learning about the local culture, experiencing the thrill of the Arctic winter, or just marveling at the beauty of the frozen landscape, Yakutsk has something to offer everyone. So if you ever find yourself in Siberia, be sure to visit this extraordinary city and discover all it has to offer. We hope you enjoyed our journey to Yakutsk, the coldest city on Earth. What did you find most surprising about this unique city? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories and factual videos. Until next time, stay warm and adventurous.